Alrighty, let's begin. Okay. Welcome, as I said before, and please, if anyone can't hear me, please let me know and I will address that, but let's get started. So for those who are in this pathway, ask yourself, why are you in this pathway? Do you want to connect with people through either all or any of those, words below, whether you like to express yourself through dancing, singing, music, acting, maybe you like to draw, paint, do maybe some photography, videography, anything that's pretty much bringing your creative ideas to life, you're definitely in the right pathway. But besides all the arts, you can also be interested in maybe how people interact between others, like how they can influence each other through different languages. Maybe you like to express yourself through speeches, debates, maybe journalism, multimedia outlets. Again, you're definitely in the right pathway. So that will come into our majors and our certificates within this field. So with performance arts, we do have dance, we have music, we have theater arts, and in those areas, there's also various other kind of components there. So if you were interested in music, maybe you're interested in producing music. So then there is commercial music versus, no, I would like to play, I would like to teach music. I would like to be a master in guitar. So then there's also certificates and majors in that discipline as well. So under technical arts, we have graphic communication and photography. And then under graphic communication, there is an umbrella, or it is an umbrella for videography. So if you see yourself wanting to do, commercial reels or maybe graphic design, anything with illustration, maybe you're interested in video games, perhaps. That is where you're going to be. And then with visual arts, there is art history, studio arts for sure. And, just a little bit of a difference is that with art and studio arts, that's more of definitely making the art, showcasing the art, whether it's the drawing or painting, sculpting, ceramics. With art history, that is more so of teaching the art, that the history of art, making sure you know what all the lines mean, what all the colors mean, and whatnot. And then we have communication and journalism. So if anyone is interested in broadcasting or maybe being a news anchor or anything, again, with the speech and connecting with to others through words, that's where you're going to be. And then in connection with that is languages and literature. So just like our interpreters here today, we have American Sign Language certificates and majors with that, whether you want to, again, be an interpreter or there's other, fields in that career in that field. There is English, being an English teacher, and again, foreign languages as well, such as Spanish. And again, any foreign languages, we got it. So those are our pathway disciplines, and as I mentioned earlier, I am one of your pathway counselors. So your pathway is technically made out of, so we got deans, so those are the top, and then we got the counselors such as myself. We have instructors, and of course your student services staff members. And so all together holistically, we're here to support and guide you through your academic journey here. No matter where you turn, you're always going to have support and guidance. And so counselors here, of course, are here to help you make your education plan. But then in the instructor's lens, when you're in the classroom, they are there to, of course, guide you in terms of making sure you stay on top of your work, making sure you get good grades, make sure that you understand all the things that are being taught. And of course, like with our deans and our student services staff members, if you're lost on campus, if, maybe there's a situation you even want to escalate or anything like that, we're all here to hear you and guide you. So we support you from the beginning to the end. So when you first step foot, just kind of how you're doing with orientation, we help you get used to the campus, what our services are, academic advising for timeline of completion. We do support, of course, if there's additional resources here, such as our RAM pantry, tutoring, all that good stuff. There is intervention that we do. So if you are struggling, academically or emotionally or any of the above or both, we can intervene in the sense of in the best benefit for you, because again, we're here to help and we care a lot about your success in a wholesome realm. So we do also help with financial aid. We help with transfer and career support, because who knows, maybe this is not your pathway. Maybe you're just interested in it. Maybe you're just kind of dabbling into the field, and maybe you need a little bit more support wanting to know what you actually want to do. Maybe you're in arts, but what can you do with the arts degree? Or how can you combine biology and photography? We're here to help you with that. So that is pretty much what your pathway consists of. That is how we support you, because again, you as a student, we want to make sure that you are guided holistically. So you have your counselor, again, your support services, your instructors, and your deans. So your success network really does, let me see, it entails, so these are your counselors. It's just a little bit of snippet. I hope that you guys had an opportunity to kind of review how to get into Starfish, because you're going to have to be utilizing that throughout your whole entire journey here. That is where you're going to find not just your student academic records, but you're going to find how to schedule an appointment with us and see who is in your pathway. So if you decide to change your major to maybe sciences, your pathway counseling team is going to change. So for you right now, we have me, and I'm on there. If you wanted to schedule an appointment, if you wanted to email me, if you wanted to view my profile, or any one of us on there, you have access to that. And so if you ever wanted to schedule an appointment, and I shouldn't say if, I should say when, because I cannot highlight enough how important it is for you to come see us. So you can schedule it this way through self-service in your Starfish account. You can ask just general questions. You can ask to have a student education plan set up. You can, any general questions you may have, you can choose that. And of course, we also do probation counseling. With probation counseling, hopefully we won't get to that area, but in the event that we do in the future, we also help you with probation, as in, let's say you don't do well in one semester and your GPA falls below 2.0, we will assist you in terms of how can we get you back to good standing? How can we avoid dismissal? Because we do have levels of academic probation, and we really want to avoid that. After that third one, we're facing disqualification. So again, we're here to help, we're here to intervene, and we're here to help put you back on the right track with that. So with whatever reason it may be, choose your day and time, and then make sure, please put in something for the reason for visit. That way it kind of helps us prepare of, what are we going to see you for? Whether it's to make sure you're on track for classes, how to petition to graduate. Even if you have a simple question of, you needing an alternative class, how to drop, questions about financial aid, anything, go ahead and write that down. And then once everything's confirmed, you get an email confirmation. So make sure you're always checking your student email for that. Another way to kind of reach us is you can call our counseling department. We are always here. You can call us at that number, but if you just Google is your best friend. Basically, you just want to say counseling department, Fresno City College, and it should be like the first link or two. And you can see, you know, how to speak with a counselor. We have drop-in services, in person and virtual. We have a live chat if that's more convenient for you. And of course, we have appointments. We do in person, we do Zoom, and we even do phone call. So you can go ahead and call us there. We even have our campus map in case you don't know where we're located at. Our time slots and all of the things that we can go over, like prerequisite challenge form, all of that good stuff. So that is a couple ways to reach us there. And here is where I am going to encourage you and why I encourage you to meet with us. So not only can we just plan for your next semester, but we can plan for the entire timeline of completion. So yes, you're coming here. We can look at your major. If you are an arts major, I'm going to make sure that you are looking at the right major sheet at the right year. We're making sure that you're following the right general education pattern, because please do not make my mistake. When I first started, I self-advised, and if I had not gone to the counselor, at least in my last year, I definitely would have not graduated on time. So please do not self-advise, because we do have different sheets. Things are changing all of the time, and we want to make sure you're following the correct things and stay on track. So when we're planning for your next semester, we're also thinking about, okay, do you work? Do you have family obligations, personal obligations? We're trying to kind of balance your time, trying to make sure that you are prepared for certain classes. Maybe some classes are going to be more challenging than others. You have questions about our programs that may have different requirements. We're knowledgeable in that sense to help guide you there. So we help you review your progress, how I mentioned the probation counseling earlier. So we can actually see, like, you know, where are you heading? Like, are you going to be in good standing by next semester, and so forth. If you are struggling in a class or you need to drop, we will refer you to, of course, like our support services on campus, like our tutoring center. Again, we just kind of ask hopefully all the right questions. And then we just start planning. We start planning accordingly. And then besides that, so as I mentioned earlier, everything is always constantly updating, especially for music. I will say, if we have any music folks in here, you're going to probably want to meet with us literally maybe once a month. So that's just kind of a heads up for you. Oh, and then let's see. There is the updates and transfer information. And I think, hold on, let's see. Yeah. So the updates on the transfer information, I will say that you really definitely want to meet with us, because in the event that, especially if in the event that you're like, you know what, I want to be an engineering major, many different components compared to an ACL pathway. So we're going to want to make sure that we're looking at transfer information for you, because sometimes, yes, we want you to get that degree, but we definitely want to make sure you're meeting those transfer requirements as well. And I'm taking notice, I just want to take a pause really quick while my interpreters do switch. That way I can make sure that they stay highlighted on here. So I'm going to take a minute to let that happen. And everyone, this is Patty. So okay, I will resume now. Thank you so much, Patty, and thank you, Christina. Okay, so as I was saying, so yes, updates, transformation, definitely key. So then we have the starfish early alerts, just a little bit about that. If in the event that, hopefully you won't be, but if you come across any challenges and you find that you're struggling in class, there are early alerts that can be sent to us. And so we again are here to guide and support you. So whatever issues or any challenges that you are struggling in, we're going to try our best to just help you through those challenges, but there are early alerts there. I know that also in your Starfish, there is, I believe, a button where you can do like a hand raise. So if you need guidance and you're not exactly sure how to do something, you can press that button, and that also triggers an early alert for more assistance. So that's just what that means there. And of course, just meet with us as needed. I can't tell you enough. I really like meeting with my students. I have a lot of students who meet with me, honestly, probably on a monthly basis, just to make sure everything's okay. If they have any just questions about pretty much anything, they can email me, they can schedule, and again, that goes across the whole board. So something that I didn't mention earlier that I really want to emphasize this is that, yes, you have an ACL pathway counselor, but I do not want any of my students to feel like you are in a box. And the reason why I say that is because when you call us and you schedule an appointment or you schedule it on your own time, if I am not available or Evie is not available, like your pathway counselors are not, don't feel like no one can help you. If I, for some reason, don't respond to your email within a day or so, please call our counseling department, because in general or transfer, maybe you're part of programs like EOP, DSPS, any of those like support programs. There's counselors everywhere there that are knowledgeable and can assist you with whatever you need. And if we're not, we can definitely start connecting you. We can get those answers for you too. So meet with us as needed for sure. Meet with us for sure every semester. That is a golden rule. And something kind of like an FYI information, the best time to meet with us in the fall semester, it's got to be September. That's when we're the least busiest. And in the spring, around February. So those are your two golden months for sure. Of course, there's summertime, but if we're planning for fall and spring, you really do not want to wait. I cannot stress that enough. You do not want to wait till the last minute to try and register for classes, because by this time, class starts next week. Almost all of them are about to be, they're waitlisted, they're closed, and now we're kind of struggling to do like alternative classes and whatnot. So please try to meet with us as early as you can, just so you can plan a little bit ahead. And, we can go step by step. We can do semester by semester. And then as long as you get classes, we talk about like your end goals, you kind of have a really good idea, timeline of completion and all of that. We can worry about your full comprehensive plan in our next visit. We can talk about transfer in the next visit and so forth. Okay. All right. Student success tips. Go to class. So you want to be very mindful when you are, you're taking your classes. Every instructor is going to be different, and every one of you is going to have a different learning style. So all of the student success tips, the main thing I'm going to say is time management for sure. Think about this. If we are a full-time student, so full-time is going to be 12 units, whether you're taking 4 classes, 3 or 5, but 12 units and above is full-time. You have to account for drive time to get here, whether you're driving yourself, whether you're carpooling, whether you're taking the bus, walking. Then you go to class, you spend your time there, but then what if you need, tutoring or extra services that you're going to want to utilize? The walking time between classes, depending on where it is on campus, that's time taking out of your day. If you, of course, have study groups, if you want to hang out with your friends, we got to think about, are we going to cook dinner tonight? Are we going to eat? Are we going to breathe, sleep? Are we going to, if we're going to have a full-time versus a part-time job, are they flexible? When are you going to do your homework? When are you going to have time to study for the exam that is due at 5 p.m. on Friday? So work backwards. I cannot express how important that is to have time management when you're choosing classes and making sure that it's going to be balanced so you do not burn yourself out and you continuously do well and stay on track. So of course, complete all of your assignments, go to class. And the reason why, again, I emphasize that is because you really only have 3 chances to miss a class. Depending on the instructor, depending on what the rules are for the syllabus, you might not have any chances to miss class. And I do understand, we all understand that sometimes challenges arise where something is out of your control and you have to miss class. Everyone gets sick. Unfortunately, things happen in life where we cannot control them, but communication, utilize all your communication options, talk to your instructor. Please make sure you talk to your instructor, because you just never know. They will work with you, or they can work with you. Again, everyone is different, but something just to remember, this is your time, your energy, and your money. It's your time to shine. So utilize it very wisely. Besides that, a couple of things I do want to talk about is our pathway events. So in ACL, we have a lot of different activities. We do have area scholarships. In particular, the music department, if you're a music major, you're interested, I do know that there are music scholarships. And so if you're, interested in kind of dabbling around, just you're curious, like if you're an art major, theater arts major, just ask your instructors, ask us to see if there's anything that, or even financial aid office, there could be some hidden gems out there that you could qualify for, and more financial support. Yeah. So we also have clubs. You'll want to if you are interested in maybe joining a club in this realm, you'll want to contact student activities, and they can definitely give you a list of that. And sometimes instructors will have something internal. So definitely, again, it's all about communication, specifically with the instructors and in your people. So there's group projects, and of course, musical events and concerts. And there is a list that can go on about the musical events and concerts for sure. And besides that, there's also theater plays. So again, what's cool about that is, again, I know I sound like a broken record, but your instructors are definitely your go-to people to get the information for if you want to join a play, what classes, the auditions, same thing for concerts and whatnot. They have all the information. They can tell you exactly how to sign up, because they're all going to be audition based. So that's just kind of an FYI. But we do have the Welcome Week booth that's coming up, actually. We've had the Dance Expo 23 that was on this past Saturday, but that's just an example of some things that we have. So we have activities all throughout the semester. You'll just have to, we do post that on our department website. So if you're ever interested, what's going on at Fresno City, it's always posted. And then with our pathways, and specifically, we have our own art hop. So I know Fresno in general has its art hop, but we have our own special art hop. So it's the first Thursday of every month from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. too. But yeah, so like I said earlier, we will have our Welcome Week information booths where it'll be by the main fountain. If you, hopefully you've kind of throughout your campus tour, you would have seen we have a main fountain. Will be located over there. That is where you can find class locations. I know it's a big campus. I've gotten lost quite a few times myself, and I've been here at least, over a year, and it's still pretty big. So yes, if you need any help to get into your portal, your email, we are here to assist you. Again, like I mentioned, drop-in services, we have Q&A. If you have just a really quick question, you just need it to be answered. Again, an appointment, in person, Zoom, or a phone call, and live chat counseling is available if that suits you best. What's next? So now you have the option to do a virtual My Portal and Canvas workshop on August 3rd, which is tomorrow. And then there are more resources available on our RAM Ready webpage. And it's just, again, everything is just fresnocitycollege.edu and then / whatever it may be, but this one would be RAM Ready. So this pretty much concludes at least the ACL pathway presentation, to get all the information possible, just to kind of give you a heads up of what's to come and what's to be expected, how we can help you and whatnot. But in the next couple days or weeks, just please be on the lookout on your student email for an online survey. And that is pretty much it. All right. And so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and stop my share. And now the floor is all on you guys. So if anyone has questions, please feel free to unmute yourself. Thank you, Nick. Please feel free to unmute yourself, raise your hand, put anything in the chat. I am here to help you. And if not, you're more than welcome to log off the meeting, and then you can always email me, or you can stay on until right at the end and I can answer your questions there too.
Okay, this is Yesenia. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So currently I am waitlisted for the 3 classes that I signed up for initially. So my question is, if I was to sign up for a class that maybe is available right now that isn't full, and then those other classes became available, but I don't have time to do all of that, is it okay to drop them, or should I just stick to what I'm waitlisted for and just wait and see if a spot opens up for me?
I will say this, that's a really great question. I'm going to share my screen and show you. I do always tell students this. Here, let me log on. Okay. Just share my screen here. Let's do, where'd it go? Okay. So you will want, and that's totally fine. You're going to want to look at the important dates and deadlines that we have to offer at Fresno City. Hold on, I don't know if you can, can you see my screen? It should say important calendar dates and deadlines.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so again, Google's your best friend. You're going to want to look at that and look at the important date guides for fall 23. So what I always recommend, I totally understand getting on the wait listed, you're having that, I don't know if I'm going to get in. You can register as backup alternatives. And if in the event that you get in, or maybe something, you change your mind, you need to switch, it's too much, overwhelming, whatever the case may be, look at these dates. Because if August 7th is our first, first day of class, you have technically until August 18th to drop a full term class and be eligible for a refund. That date means nothing appears on your transcript. If you miss that date, you do have a second option, or you have a second attempt, and I believe that is October 6th, but you receive a W. So that is where this kind of comes into play. So you can register for the class to be safe, and in the event you get into those waitlisted classes, you can drop. So, but you just need to be sure that you are looking at the drop dates and deadlines if you're going to go that route.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Any other questions for me? I know we went by really fast. Okay. Well, if that is it, everyone, you do, like I said, you do know how to contact us and know how to schedule an appointment, and we are on a drop-in basis right now. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And then good luck with the remainder of your semester and your new academic journey here at Fresno City College. It was kind of nice to meet everyone. I didn't see everyone's faces, but I hope to see you guys here at the department. And good luck. Goodbye, everyone. Okay. Hi, guys. I'm gonna hit stop recording.